In this video, I'm going to be going over a Madden 25 fantasy draft for franchise mode. So in this video, I'm going to be doing rounds 5, 6, 7, and 8. In my previous video, I did rounds 1, 2, 3, and 4, so feel free to check that out. And if you missed that, if I look at my picks here, at the number 1 pick, or the first round pick, I ended up going with Josh Allen. In the second round, I went Chase Young. Third round, went Quinn Williams. And fourth round, went Rashawn Slater. So far, I really do, I do like this draft. I could have definitely went like another offensive special position player, like a receiver or tight end or something like that. But, I mean, with Josh Allen as your quarterback, it doesn't really matter too much. So I decided to get two really good young D linemen and then a good left tackle to kind of end it off. So, and just so you guys know, I will have a link to a Google Sheets that's just free to use. You can check it out, kind of outlining where guys get picked on average. So now that we're moving on to rounds 5 through 8, though, I will say the guys get picked at a lot different spots. Like rounds 1 through 4, they pretty consistently get picked at those picks, but they fluctuate a lot more in rounds 5 through 8 and definitely beyond that. So, starting off in round 5, I probably need a receiver. And just so you know, when you go to this make a selection part right here, for some reason it starts at scout status. I don't know if that's a glitch or something they added to the game. I'm not even sure what it means, but don't go off that. Also, like I said before, I have a Google Sheets with rankings. Don't go off just overall rankings. Like someone like Zach Martin isn't going to get picked right now, even though he's the highest overall, right? The overall doesn't really matter as much. Things like position, overall, age, things like that matter more. So, looking here, Zach Martin actually does end up going early 5th round, but I could, someone like this. I don't love picking guys like this because he's 33, although he is the highest overall technically. I like kind of picking some younger guys that I can develop. If I look at receivers and see who's left here, guys like Chris Olave should be here. It looks like Chris Olave just got picked. If he was still here, I might have went Chris Olave. There's also guys like Joey Porter, who I think is like a great pick right here, actually. He is super young. He's only 81 overall, but he's 24. He's star potential, right? That's a pretty solid pick there. I think also, let's see, I know I have Kenneth Walker going in this round, early in this round. Again, another really solid running back, superstar. I think this is, a definite pick here. Some tight ends start going off the board in this round as well. I have David Njoku going in the beginning here. And it looks like he might have already went, actually. So I think David Njoku already went. Guys like Sam Laporta go in the 5th. I think he's a great pick. Super, super young, 23 years old, superstar rating. I think it's also important to note, I believe Caleb Williams gets drafted in this round. So I obviously already have my quarterback, but if you wanted to get a rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams is the first rookie quarterback off the board, which makes sense, and he goes in the 5th round. So keep that in mind as well. Other than that, I think, there's a couple other decent receivers, some young running backs go off the board. Another quarterback that usually goes in this round is Justin Fields. Whoops, I didn't mean to click that. But other than that, there's not too many, I think, notable guys that go off in this round. I think my pick here, just the way I've drafted my team so far, is either going to be tight end or receiver. So at receiver, Chris Olave unfortunately already went, but I could get, I would get him if he was still here. The next drafted receiver is actually Tank Dell, Tyler Lockett, Calvin Ridley, and Marquise Brown. Note that those guys do fluctuate quite a bit. I don't think Tank Dell's a terrible pick right here, but he's only star potential. I think actually the pick here is going to be a tight end, and I think it's going to be Sam Laporta. I think that's a great pick right here. It's important to note that some tight ends drop a little bit, but yeah, and you can get like some decent guys late. But if you want to get like that star, superstar, X Factor tight end, you really got to draft them early. Now, moving on to the 6th round, and we can actually see here and look who got picked in the 6th round. So I noticed in this year, a lot of cornerbacks are actually going super, super early. Like if you look in here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cornerbacks going in this round alone. 6. Oh my gosh, that is like insane. We also see some decent receivers went off the board here, which is very common. I think in the first 5 rounds, which I kind of already have, you really should get your quarterback drafted, you should get an edge rusher drafted, you should get a lineman drafted, and then some sort of offensive weapon, whether that's a halfback, tight end or receiver. It's really up to you and where you fall. And then I ended up getting 2D linemen early just because I think they were, good players on the board. So, looking at the 6th round, so like I said too, we were at the very, very end of the 6th round here. I want to check what receivers are left because I do really need a good receiver because my receiver 1's not going to be great here. But guys like Jerry Jeudy get drafted in this round, which I think is a total overdraft pick. I would not pick Jeudy in this round personally. Jerry Jeudy usually goes in this round. Let's see what other receivers go. DeAndre Hopkins goes. Gabe Davis sometimes goes in this round. It looks like they're both gone. Michael Pittman goes, and Jameson Williams goes as well. So all of those guys are, I believe gone right now. I think Jameson Williams might be a lower overall. Oh yeah, Jameson Williams still is here. It's not a terrible pick, but I think I might end up going like rookie receiver here. Maybe not this pick, maybe later, but there's a lot of really good rookie receivers in this draft too, so that's kind of important to pay attention to as well. Other guys I like in this round, just so you know, with quarterbacks, there's a couple of vet quarterbacks that go in this round typically. Aaron Rodgers gets drafted in this round usually. Yeah, it looks like he's not available. Let's see, what other quarterbacks go in this round? I believe Deshaun Watson goes in this round. So there's a couple vets, but then the rookies start going next round. So those are kind of guys you want to keep your eye on. But in this round, late 6th, I also like drafting Matt Milano. He's one of the last X Factor. Actually, this might be my pick right here. He's 30, but he's one of the last X Factor guys you can get. He's an absolute beast too. You can put him at middle linebacker or outside linebacker. It doesn't really matter. Other than that, there's not a lot of guys that I love right here. Brian Branch may still be available. I think. Oh no, yep, Brian Branch is still available. He's only star, though he could be superstar, but he's only 22 years old. But other than that, I think the receivers that I wanted got drafted. So I think unfortunately I'm going to have to wait again. But I think my pick here is going to actually be. Let me see who's left at middle linebacker. A couple middle linebackers go in this round. I'm just seeing if they're still available. Like Demario Davis, Patrick Queen, Bobby Okereke goes in this round, and it looks like they were all drafted. So I am going to go Matt Milano here because I don't have any linebackers yet on defense, and I think they are very important. So I'm going to go with Matt Milano right here. He's an X factor. Like you can't really go wrong with that. Now moving on to the 7th round here, and I do have the first pick in the 7th round, so the guys I'm choosing isn't going to be that much different. But if we take a look here at who we're getting in the 7th round, and I could kind of reach here too, like guys that go in the 7th or 8th round, because my 8th round pick isn't going to be till the last pick in the 8th round, so that's kind of important to look at here too as well. So looking at who goes here. I think one thing that's important is a lot of rookie quarterbacks go in this round, or second-year quarterbacks. So Anthony Richardson gets drafted, Drake May gets drafted, Jaden Daniels gets drafted, Bryce Young gets drafted, and then randomly too, Kirk Cousins gets drafted in this round. So after the 7th round, you really are running thin on quarterbacks. I mean, you're going to have to kind of play or draft older guys like Russell Wilson or something like that. Or draft really older guys like Will Levis, or I'm sorry, young guys like Levis, Nix, McCarthy. That's kind of like the second tier, I guess. And then even lower tier would be like Ritter, Michael Penix, like Mac Jones, Sam Howell. But that's like really, really, really not like a great pick in my opinion, unless you're going for that build. So I think in the 7th round I have to choose a quarterback. Although there are a lot of pretty decent players that go in this round, I kind of don't have a choice of not getting a quarterback here. Now whether you want to go Drake May, Anthony Richardson, Jaden Daniels, Bryce Young, it's really up to you. If you're looking for someone who's really fast, really speedy guy, Jaden Daniels is your pick. If you're looking for the best and most accurate passer, Drake May's your pick. If you're looking for kind of like a Josh Allen kind of build, you know, you would go Anthony Richardson, and then if you're looking for a guy who's pretty accurate, pretty quick, you'd go Bryce Young. Although Bryce Young, you know, didn't do great last year, and same with Anthony Richardson, they're still pretty decent Madden players. Just so you know, just so you guys are aware. So if I didn't have a quarterback, I would go one of those four guys right here. And I kind of wish I did, but I had the second overall pick or whatever, so I didn't really have much of a choice not to get a quarterback. So looking at here, I think who I forgot to have this guy too. One other rookie that goes that I think a lot of people will be interested in is, once I get to him, Marvin Harrison Jr. This is going to be my receiver one. This is who I'm picking right here. So I almost forgot about him. Luckily, I noticed that there. Now, moving on to the 8th round, and this is going to be the last round for this video too. So I have the very last pick of the 8th round, so I'm not gonna lie, I didn't list out my guys until I have my list updated until the 8th round. So I'm gonna see if some receivers are still available. So guys like Jackson Smith-Njigba, T. Higgins, Jaden Reed, Malik Neighbors, Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby Myers, Jahan Dotson, Rashad Bateman, Marvin Mims, like they start going in this round, so like receivers start getting like really thin after this round. There's still a couple rookies that you can draft, but so Jahan Dotson's still available. Let's see who else could be available. Marvin Mims is still available, but he usually gets drafted around here. Some other guys that are decent at linebacker. Quay Walker gets drafted in the 8th round. It looks like here he got drafted. He's at right outside linebacker in this game. I think he was at middle linebacker last year. A lot of good cornerbacks start going. I could choose a cornerback right here because I do not have a corner one, but a lot of good corners go. Sean Murphy-Bunting. Let's see who else goes in this round. Xavier Howard usually does. Yeah, it looks like he went. Tyreek Stevenson, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, so some older guys, some younger guys. Deonte Banks is a corner in this game. I believe he was free safety in the last game. He goes in this round, it looks like. I believe he already went. But it's important to note, you can get really young guys like Cooper Jean and Kyrie Elam a little bit later. So those are kind of my two favorite guys. You know, Emmanuel Forbes. You could really get some decent guys late, but it is, I think, good to have a solid cornerback one. And unlike last year, it looks like a lot of cornerbacks are going like super early. So that is definitely going to have to. I'm gonna have to like change my draft position on that. So looking here, I could definitely go receiver. Let's see if all those guys got drafted, like Neighbors and because if Neighbors would stay here, I would love to get Neighbors, but I believe he got drafted. You know, Dotson's not bad, Bateman's not bad. Let's see, Marvin Mims isn't bad. You know, I know some of these guys aren't great in real life, but and I believe Neighbors got drafted. So you still have these rookies like Brian Thomas Jr., Xavier Worthy, who's insanely fast, 98 speed. That actually might be who I pick right here. You have other guys like Ladd McConkey. Let's see, who else do we got? Did I miss anyone? Keon Coleman. So there's like a ton. Bo Melton, he's a rookie this year, I believe, right? There's a ton of oh no, Bo Melton's not rookie. There's a ton of super young guys here, so I think I could go receiver. I could go Xavier Worthy, just because he's like the fastest. Is he the fastest guy right now? Yeah, he is the fastest currently available. Or other than that, there's not really many guys I can go right here. I think my pick is going to be receiver. I'm just going to make sure there are other guys here that are good still. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Xavier Worthy here. You know, like I said, there were a couple other picks. I could definitely go defense because I only have 3 defense versus 1, 2, 3, 4 offense. But honestly, I think it's fun to get a guy like Worthy, just insanely fast. Can't really go wrong with that. All right, so this is it for this draft. Like I said before too, I'm going to post the next couple of rounds probably tomorrow, hopefully. And if we take a look at what I have so far, I have my first overall pick, Josh Allen, second, Chase Young, third, Quinnen Williams, fourth, Rashawn Slater, 5, Sam Laporta, 6, Matt Milano, 7, Marvin Harrison Jr., and 8, Xavier Worthy. So right now I have And my offense is just insane. The only thing I'm missing is a running back, really, and a couple linemen. But I might end up just getting like a rookie running back later on. I mean, with guys like Bijan, Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, I could still get a really good running back this rig. And then there's rookies like Ray Davis, Will Shipley, Buck Irving, or younger guys, I should say, too. Blake Corum, he's still available as well. Trey Benson, Jameer Gibbs, Devon A-Chain. Okay, so I might have to go running back next round. But yeah, I mean, there's still like insane running backs right now. But those are my drafts so far. I think they're really solid picks. Definitely feel free to check out my first video as well. And, you know, I'll keep updating the Google Sheets as the season goes on. So feel free to check that out. They'll be in the description. And make sure you subscribe, like the video. I'll be posting more Madden 25 content as well as NCAA content as well. So thank you guys for watching.